Hello, and welcome back to Plumeria Plays, or welcome if you're new here. Today we are going to be doing a cottage living plus base game build only in the world of Henford-on-Bagley. This is the lot at the very top of the map called Cordelia's Secret Cottage, and that's exactly what we're going to be building here today, is a cute little cottage. This is kind of the inspiration that I'm going to be using. I don't know if we'll be sticking with the exact same color scheme, but I love like this little walk-up path surrounded by a bunch of flowers and the overgrown look. So that is what we're going to be trying to achieve today. But we have a starter budget, so I'm going to be trying to do this in a starter budget. We've got $20,000 to work with, and hopefully that will be enough, but we will kind of see how it goes. And this is going to be a part of the tiny home series. I don't know if we're going to do a tiny home or a micro home yet, but we're going to just kind of try and see what works out. And we're going to try to add in maybe some gardening and chickens, maybe like a cow or a llama. We'll see how it goes. Ignore my little colorful bear down here. This is Teddy, and she is our tester sim, so she is here to keep the budget. I think to get started, this looks like a pretty straightforward build. So let's maybe try to keep it 32 tiles for starters, because I kind of think it will work. So we're going to try to keep it under micro home. We'll see how it goes. And that'll leave us a little more space to do all kinds of farming and things like that. So for roofing, we are going to start with this gabled roof. And we really want like a nice tall peak here in the center. Maybe that's too peaked. Maybe like that, because I feel like you want a little bit of overhang. I think that's pretty cute. Okay. And then we're actually going to take just another gabled roof turned the opposite direction. I think that's looking pretty cute so far. And then in this image that we have, there is like a cute little circular section, and I kind of love that. So I'm going to try to be putting, we'll just slip this in right here. And then we're going to be taking these dots and just kind of pulling it out into a bit of a circle and getting rid of the extra edges. And then on this image, there's also like a little window up top. So let's see if we can find anything in the cottage living pack that would look good with that. So maybe let's just see like what colors they have and then go from there. I kind of like this one with the cream just because it's more along the lines of our inspiration. So we see we've kind of got this little curved piece here and then this smaller piece here. And then now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if our peak is tall enough. But I think it would look kind of funny if it was much taller just because it's not very wide. But maybe like that's good. I think that actually works really nicely. So now we just kind of need to get a creamy color on the exterior of the house. And I think that might be just right. And then for doors, the one in our inspiration photo is kind of a curve like this. And I kind of want to keep everything really creamy because that's kind of the aesthetic we have going on in our picture. And I really love this picture. The windows are kind of hard because I don't have a lot of room on these walls. And all the cottage living windows are actually a little big. Like, see, it just doesn't really look like it fits. Okay, I know I definitely want this window right here in the top there. Okay, let's use this swatch because that's got kind of that cream and dark brown, which is what we've been going for this whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this exterior real quickly. We're going to start with a path. I think this cottage living path is going to be a little too vibrant for what I'm going for. So it looks like we're going to be dipping into base game. Okay, this is what we have for the exterior landscaping so far. I kind of wanted to go into the inside of the house and then we'll come back out to the rest of it after we kind of make sure our interior works for us. So popping in there, it's only 32 tiles, so there's not going to be a whole lot of space to work with. Let's briefly fix some of the clipping inside, and I think this is going to be our layout, but I am going to play around with it for just a second before we finalize. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be kind of the floor plan, our little bathroom space right here, bedroom, and this kind of corner tucked away. I think this will be functional, but I will have Teddy test that before we get out of here. I think kitchen over in this corner and maybe just like a cute seating area over here. But let's get this furnished. So I do actually think I'm going to be sticking with these baby blue cabinets. I think they're absolutely precious. I'm trying to decide if it being in front of this window bothers me, but I don't know if there's another place we can put it unless we just did it here and had the kitchen run along this wall, which we could definitely do. Maybe we could do that. It's just if we do that, then I don't know if we can have a living room space, at least not an official one. We could swap the kitchen and living room space and put the kitchen over here in this corner and then put the living space on the other wall. That would still be functional. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. If that's the case, we can put this bed over in that corner right there so there won't be any issue getting there. And then we need a door that leads into the bathroom. And we're gonna just be sticking with the cottage living door. And I'm just gonna go with the cream color. As far as our living space goes, let's kind of check out what chairs and couches we have available to us from Cottage Living. I feel like this is just gonna be too big. I feel like we need 2 seats instead of 1. We could just go with 2 of these armchairs. I think that's a good option. Maybe let's add in some like pink florals, and that'll kind of bring in the little florals from outside. I think that's kind of cute. I kind of like the all white one for this purpose. And then we can let's look at rugs. We can get this rug and just size it down a couple times. I feel like this rug is too busy, so we can use it, but we would have to change the chair colors. So maybe we should though. Maybe if we went with just more of like a white or a cream, and then we can kind of, or we could just do completely pink. Ooh, do we like the pink and blue color scheme? Is that too much? I feel like this rug is just a hair too much. Like if we could maybe tone it down like that, or do we go, maybe we go pink and green. That would be really cute. Okay, yes, we're gonna go pink and green. I feel like that made it come together just now. Okay, let's see if we can find any swatches we like here on this dining table, and then I need to put in some flooring. Okay, let's do this table with the pink and green and the green chairs because I feel like that kind of pulls the colors in together just a little bit. And then art-wise, we'll put a cute little green one right there. Let's do floors and walls really quickly. And then on the bed, we can maybe just do this cute green to tone it down just a little bit. I imagine this sim like bought this tablecloth somewhere, and then they liked the pattern so much that they figured out how to paint it on the walls. How cute would that be? Now, as far as the rug for the bed goes, I'm thinking we're gonna have to get one from Base Game. The Cottage Living one's just gonna be a little too much pattern going on, but the Base Game rugs are very limited in options. Just a cream circle rug sized up just so would probably be the best thing. Let's see for art here. I kind of just want to look at Cottage Living really quickly. I haven't played with Cottage Living in a long time, so I'm kind of forgetting what's in there. Let's hop into decorations. Oh, the pink flowers on the pink flower table. Although, is that too much? Maybe. Oh, with the green vase. Tell me that's not the cutest thing. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. And then for the little bathroom over here, I don't believe Cottage Living came with any kind of tile. No, they did not. So let's hop in for Base Game. Well, actually, let's pick a wallpaper first. Let's maybe do this one. And then maybe for the floor, I don't want to do wood, but what if we did like a stone instead of tile? I feel like that's more cottagey. Oh, that. I feel like that's perfect. Now this bathroom is going to be a bit of a squeeze. I'll have to test it to make sure everything works after the fact. Okay, we're not going to be able to have a sink in this bathroom, but they'll just have to use the sink outside. But I did opt to go for the clawfoot tub and just the toilet, just because I think for the cottage look, it just makes more sense. But now I'm going to just be coming in and adding in some decorations into this bathroom. Okay, and that is our bathroom fully decorated. We kind of kept it simple. It's a very tight space. So just some robes, a towel, a little picture over on this wall, and then just some stuff on top of the toilet and a curtain so you can have a little privacy. Back to our bedroom space. Let's get ourselves a cute little nightside stand. I think we'll be grabbing this one in pink, and I'm gonna be sizing it down just because it's a little large. I'm also gonna be replacing the saucer light for a cute little chandelier. I also like this. This has a little bit of a warmer glow to it, kind of bring in the cottagey feel. I'll probably edit the other lights as well. It doesn't need to be so bright, you know? Let's grab this one in kind of this copper color and use it as our light instead in a couple places. And then it gives that much warmer glow. I think that's super cute. Makes a lot more sense. Back in the kitchen, we're gonna get some upper cabinets. And I think just for a little bit of contrast, instead of doing green cabinets, we're gonna be doing white cabinets instead. I think we're just gonna grab 2 little cabinets like that. And then I'd like to maybe put some stuff on top of the fridge. Maybe these little jars will raise up there. And then I'd like to leave this corner shelf for cooking, so we will add a little bit of clutter over to this cabinet. I like the bunny and maybe this pitcher. And we'll also put the tea kettle on the stove. The stove will still be functional if you have that tea kettle up there. So what I'm gonna do is grab it and hit Alt, and then we can just scoot it on over onto the stove. And then I'm gonna just be moving this out of the way so we can place our bunny and our can. Alrighty, there we go. And that's gonna be our little cottage kitchen. Moving back to the living room space, I think we're gonna be able to afford to have a little TV. Let's grab this one and then we'll kind of put it over to one side, and we can put some bookshelves on the other side. Maybe they have this cute set from Cottage Living. Let's do that color swatch. I think that's really cute with the 2 little bunnies on either side. Let's get a little column here on this corner just to not make it look so drastic. I think just the little Cottage Living one is perfect. And then our entryway, we'll get a little entry rug and maybe a coat rack and a plant. Okay, I think that's cute. I don't know if she can get through, so let's test it really quickly. Okay, Teddy was able to get through everything just fine, but I am just now realizing I do not have any windows on the very back wall, so I'm gonna try to add a couple on there. Also don't have any windows over on the side. So I think I might take this picture down and let's put a window right there. And I think over on this wall, I might do the same thing. So maybe we'll size down this picture and kind of put it up on the fridge, because I really like that and I would like to have it in this space. And then maybe we'll copy over this larger window, and then we can add some vines and things on this side of the house just to kind of even it out, because I had started adding vines around, but I had not quite finished the job yet. So let's head into landscaping real fast and we will add those in. Okay, so that is the full interior of our little cottage done. I actually really love how it turned out. And now we are moving out to the exterior. I've got parts of it landscaped, and then we have the entire outside already kind of covered in the ivy and the wisteria. So we're using mostly the pink and purple flowers and things, which is kind of like our inspiration picture. So now we're gonna try to add in some of the cottage living things. We still have almost $7,000 to work with, so I think we're gonna be okay. I started this path going this way, but I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna be doing with that yet. Let's have this over here be maybe a cow and some chickens, and then we can do a little garden patch on this side. Oh, this is so much bigger than I thought it was. Oh no, okay, so maybe this is just a cow. But we can also delete this fence back here so we don't have to pay for it. Okay, so I'm gonna just be scooching this back into this little corner. So it kind of looks almost built in. We'll take a little dirt path and kind of patch it in here like that's where the cow's been walking around, because I think that's right about where the cow will be. Over here, let's get those big garden patches from Cottage Living. I like these ones that have the lawns. I feel like they just look a little more cottagey. And then let's do a big garden patch here in the front. And then I added in another fence on this side, and I think I'm gonna run another path kind of behind the house, and then that'll lead over to our little chicken coop. Or, no, wait, let's pivot. Let's move the garden patch back. I'll put a path out to it, and then we can put a little pond in the front. I'm gonna grab this cute little blue chicken house, and then we're gonna take this fence and run it back behind this little chicken house. And then we'll just let this path branch off also over to this little gate right here. So now you can go to the same direction to get to your cow and your chickens. And then we'll do the same thing we did earlier and put a little dirt patch kind of around and about where the chickens are gonna be. Oh wait, that was not what this is what we used earlier. And just kind of fade it into this stone path. Like they kind of had this dirt around and about already, and then they just put the stone on the walkway area. And then we're gonna take that same stone path and continue it kind of over to our garden area. And I think we might actually be able to afford a fence around the garden patch as well. And we are just gonna frame this dirted area. And then I'm not that great with the terrain tools, but let's try to put a little pond in the front. Okay, that's kind of cute. I think we're gonna go with this like leafy water maybe, or should we go with like the dirtier water because it is a pond? And then we can get the VFX things in there. Oh, we could also put like little ones all around. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Get some little duckies. So that's kind of what our pond and front area is looking like now. And then just to fill in the space in the back, I think we're gonna add in just a couple little trees. Maybe just one tree will do the trick. Or maybe we can kind of add in some towards the back of the house just to kind of make our house feel a little more like a part of the world. Kind of pepper in some trees on the edges. Okay, I think that is looking really nice actually. I'm gonna put it in live mode for just a minute and make sure that everything functions how I would like it to function. Oh wait, that's so cute. Look at the pond. Okay, that's precious. And then at nighttime, let me change it really quickly. At nighttime, there should be some fireflies sprinkled about in the plants. I just want to go through Cottage Living debug really quickly to make sure that there's not anything else decoration-wise I'd like to put out and about. So as of right now, this is just a $16,000 house. So we could also add in stuff not from debug outside. Let's see if we can find anything. Because this is the perfect little starter house if you are wanting to have a little farm right off the bat. So let's add in maybe just like a little stack of hay bales. There's also like this little garden bench. Maybe we could kind of pretend that there's some storage there for the chickens. Oh, this could be kind of cute somewhere. Also, just realizing I never put a trash can anywhere. So adding that in really quickly. Let's kind of slip it in the back. I don't really want that to be so noticeable. And then it'll kind of be by where all your animals and things are. So you can pretend you're using that as a waste bin for your animals as well. And with that, I think that is gonna be our build fully complete. So we have our main little house right here. It's a micro home, so only 32 tiles. Excuse Teddy in there, she's testing things. But it's very simply done. But right when you walk in, we've got our little entryway over to the side and a dining table. Over here, we've got our little living room and our kitchen wrapped around. And we've got our little bedroom right here. We kind of went with a pink and green color scheme. And then our bathroom here, it does not have a sink in it, but we only had a very limited amount of space to work with. So sacrifices had to be made. On the exterior, we've got space for chickens, a cow or llama, whichever you decide, and also a garden patch. And then over here, you can fish this pond if you'd like to. So there is a lot to do just in this one lot. It is cottage living and base game only, and it only cost $17,416. So you can move right in right off the bat without cheating your funds or anything, and it is ready for you to go. So I'm gonna just be calling this tiny whimsical cottage, and you can go find it on the gallery to download it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I wanted to also thank you for 150 subscribers. This is a new channel and you all mean so much to me, so thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.